Hello, it's Randy Duck and welcome back for another video. This time I've got 3 replays for you in the new Season Pass giveaway. I think it's the first reward you get in the Tier 7 American TD Premium Tank M56 Scorpion tank. Now this is a tank which I kind of got a mixed relationship with it, if I'm honest with you. I love the tank, but it can be very situational. It has fantastic camo. I think I've got it down to 193 concealment with camo net etc on it and a few of the camo perks. And it has a fantastic gun. It's got 240 alpha, quick reload. It's got really decent DPM on the tank. I think it's got 219. I think about 219 standard penetration on the AP rounds, and then 275 on the heat. So it's not too bad for a tier 7 tank. The shell velocity is awful on both rounds, and it's not slow, but it's not quick either. But it's got a turret lock on it, so like I say, it can be a very situational tank. If you get in a bush and you're spotting and they can't, they don't know where you are, and all of a sudden you can farm some damage in that sort of scenario, it's great. But if you then get Himmelsdorf, it's going to be a lot harder to make use of it. The first replay I've got for you is a very old replay, as you can see, because it's in multi-pace assault when they had that in pubs games, which is no longer in there, thankfully. So yeah, it is quite an old replay, but then I've got 2 other replays which are brand new, which I've only got not long ago just to get this replay out. So the first one, we're on Proc. There is no light tanks or fun police in the game. I know it's been a long time since you see the game with no light tanks in it. Recently we've been having like 5 or 6 just flying at us. But at the moment there's no light tanks, which is great for me. It's great for me in this sort of tank because it means I should, in theory, be able to get into the bush like I'm doing, and make good use of that concealment value, and see if we can rack up some damage undetected, which is kind of what you want to be doing in this tank, and see if we can let the gun sort of fly. Unfortunately, the shell velocity is not great. I'm not aiming in them shots particularly well either. I did swap to the heat shells just because there's only really showing me my turret, and also got 275 on that heat shell, so I was hoping maybe if I'd only had a slim shot of the turret, I might be able to get a few shots in. But it looks like, although there is some stuff down the 1-2 line, I should hopefully be no light tanks in, be able to get to this bush and actually spot them up myself. Because we win this 1-2 line, and generally speaking, you normally end up going on win the game because you can trap the people in the middle, and it just makes it so much easier for you. I kind of think this was one of the first games I played in this tank a long time ago, so I didn't really quite know how good the camo was. Well, I knew it was good, but I hadn't really tried it out, so I'm not taking these shots because I didn't really want to get spotted, because obviously I only have 820 hit points and I'd end up getting taken out. But I got frustrated, no one was getting shot at, so I decided to take the shots myself, and because the camo is so great, I didn't get spotted and I'm able to pick up 2 kills there and a bit of damage, which is brilliant, which is sort of freeing up this sort of whole side of the map now. Now we can push down the 1-2, we can shroud these guys in the middle, but at the moment I've got perfect shots at them if I could aim. So I'm just going to stay here and see if I can pick up some damage in this 45 TP, and before we then move on to see what we can do. So I think I've picked up like 2 kills already. Hopefully you can see the DPM here in work. It is pretty decent for a tier 7 with that 240 alpha. We do pick up another kill. We're still using the heat. We don't actually need the heat for this Leo, but I haven't changed for some reason. And yeah, we're just able to get some nice shots into him, and putting us up to about 2k damage now, and a little bit of assistance when we spotted up that 1-2, about 200 assistance. But if I want to get anything out of this game anymore, I need to be quick. I need to start pushing over, because it's almost certainly you're going to get a few stuff on the train tacks. If I'm able to get over there quickly, then I should be able to spot them up, and then maybe pick up a little bit more assistance. But I'm trying to get into, I think at the moment I'm just trying to get into location, so I've got side shots onto those heavies if I need be. And I'm taking a bit of a slow pace because I haven't got any light tanks. I've got a good chance of getting there first. So we're popping up, and see, as we do, we spot up everything on the 1-2. I hope we should pick up quite a bit of assistance here because they're stuck out in the open. Again, we're shooting here from sort of, you know, 400 metres. We're not going to get spotted, even though we're not behind any sort of bush or concealment. But we picked up 1,000 assistance there, which is great, and put a few shots on in the move, which is brilliant as well. And now, you know, this game's looking like it's pretty much over. We're going to have a few tanks to mop up, and then mop up the tanks which are just stuck on the hill, because we should have a pretty surrounded, and there should be easy pickings at that point. But I think at this stage, I couldn't remember how many kills I've had. It felt like when I was playing, I had quite a few kills. So I was kind of thinking, I was having a little look. I know this guy to my left is a one-shot. So I'm just going to pop all the way out and see if we can take him out, which we do, thankfully, putting us up to 3,000 damage. I'm still full health, and this Hellcat's a one-shot as well. So I'm hoping now to pick up a kill. Now I was thinking, how many kills have I got? I think I'll check in a minute to have a look to see what I've actually got. And we pick up that kill there. Yeah, it looks like I was 6 kills. I'm on for the Devastator if I can. We've got this Achilles to our left. I was going to wait to see if I could nick the kill and let him get shot first, but I got too impatient, which is a shame, because that would have been my Devastator. But I do have another opportunity, and thankfully we get it in for that Craft Panther, picking up our 7th kill of the video. So it's quite a nice quick pace one, but this is the first one I've had, and I thought I was never going to get a better opportunity to use this replay, considering this tank is now on the Season Pass award. So yeah, thanks for watching. I've got 2 more to come, and I will see you in a bit. Okay, so thanks for staying with us for the second replay here on El Main. This time we don't have any fun police again, but we do have 3 light tanks, and it's a tier 8 lobby, so we're not top tier in this one. Now I'm going to play quite an aggressive position. Sorry, positions I tend to play in mediums and light tanks, which you've probably seen me play in other replays on this map if you've been watching my channel, and that's sort of in the middle to spot the cross of any of the heavy tanks crossing. But it is risky in this tank, so although I do have the fantastic camo, you know, if I get caught out in the open there, I'm not exactly maneuverable. Like it's not that quick, this tank. Like you can get to, you know, into your sort of mid 40s if you're on flat surface, but it doesn't turn that well when you know, I don't have a I am turret locked, but it's kind of risk reward. You know, I know if it works, that position it works, and I'm able to catch some people out, and I do have the fantastic camo, so I'm going to give it a go. I'm trying to stay under this ridge at the moment because I've just seen that light tank full send in, which is not ideal. I'm hoping he's just going to full send over and get himself killed, so I don't have to worry about him if I'm honest. Because if he pokes back over this ridge, he's probably going to spot me, and that's not going to be great for me. But I'm chancing it at the moment. I'm chancing the fact that he's not, because I want to see if I can spot the heavies crossing you know, across the side of the map. But I'm a bit, there's too many lights at the moment, which I'm worried about spotting me. But thankfully I do spot this KV-85 crossing. That's the sort of tanks I was wanting to catch out. We do catch out this IS as well. I'd like to spot him a little bit earlier, but I couldn't. But I do manage to get 1 in. And I should be able to get another, maybe 1 or 2 into this KV-85. We damaged his engine, which is great, because that is going to allow us to get another 1 in. And we pick up 1,000 damage at the start of the game. And that is kind of why I like to take this position, as well as the fact that I'm in the centre of the map. So if I need to move to adjust a different angle, I can do. But that's a danger right there when I'm cresting that high on the ridge. If I do get lit, which I did, I've just lost half my hit points, because I imagine I've either got shot by a TD, maybe even a Draugen. I'm not too sure at this point, but I know I've lost half my hit points, which is not fantastic. But I have managed to pick up a little bit of assistance, a little bit damaging as you can. There's this 53 TB behind me. I'm wondering if I can get a shot into him. At this point, I'm not sure how much he is exposing to me, but by the looks of it, it's not going to be possible. Maybe I've got a slim composer shot. I hit the target, but yeah, it was never going to pen, to be honest with you, from there. But it looks like we pretty much cleared out the 1-2 line as far as I can see, because there's only 1 light tank there. So my guess is that I may be able to push up and spot the TDs, which camp at the back. There's always something there. And if I can get over there, and yeah, as all their light tanks are dead now, I may be able to spot it up. But as we do that, this hammer gets caught out in the in the open. I don't want to shoot here because I don't want to, will spot me at that sort of distance. But it looks like it's carried on driving over, which is allowing me to then move over and spot the TDs at the back. We get a fantastic blind shot into that Barras, which is really good because that Barras is very dangerous to me at the moment. It can easily clip me out. So I don't really want to get lit and draw my attention to him. and I want to get shots into him if at all possible to try and bring him down as low health as I can. I get a nice one into the Challenger. It looks like the Brass is his free shot to me now at the moment, so I do want to take off his hit points as much as I can. He's quite he's quite quick, but he's got bad shell velocity, but we get another blind shot into him. So he's probably thinking I'm cheating at the moment, but you can see I wasn't. I did get 2 blind shots into him, unfortunate and for him, but good for me. Putting us up to 2,000 damage. Now I know the majority of the other team is pushing towards our base, because you can just work that out by looking at the mini-map. We had tanks there, we don't have tanks there now. They've clearly won that side. So I'm putting myself into a position that maybe I can get cross shots into them as they push over to push our medium up there, giving a little bit of cover fire. And we've got this hammer out in the open. There's a lot of buildings, so it's going to be awkward for me to get shots here. I need to try and wait till they push a little bit further, and then I will be able to get shots in. And I'm kind of hoping the hammer does do this, and he does, which is thankfully for me. So I get one into him there. He's unfortunately behind some soft cover at the moment, but I'm hoping he might keep going, which he does. I'll get another one in. I probably should be trying to hit his tracks at this point, because if I can track him in place, I'm going to be able to pick up a few more shots of damage. We don't manage to do that, but we do manage to get, I think, 3 shots into the hammer as he approaches, putting this up to sort of 2,800 damage and 237 assistance, I believe. And it's only these 3 tanks left now. A lot of my team's quite behind me. I'm not concerned of getting capped out, because I know that I'm going to be able to get there and get the reset. That's not too much of a problem for me at the moment. I'm just trying to pick up a few shots. We track this autoloader in the open. We go for a blind shot again. It was still there, which is good. We tracked him, picking up another shot. Just in case we permo tracked him, we go for another one. Unfortunately, we haven't, so we've clearly got out of there. So now our team's closing in behind us. And we're going to push again to see if maybe we can light them and pick up assistance from our team coming in behind us, or maybe we can catch someone out and get some more damage of our own. But this game, I mean, I'll never say almost won for sure, because crazy things can happen, but I'm pretty confident that we will get this win at the moment. We've got someone on the cap, which I'm assuming will be the hammer. And yeah, I'm not worried about that, because we're out capping them anyway, and I should be in a position to reset. It's definitely the hammer. Now we know the IS-3 is there, and the other autoloader American T69. So now those are back around the rock. I should be able to spot the hammer in the cap, because it's quite an open cap, and we do put one into him there. Maybe trying to get the finish off, get the kill shot. Unfortunately, gets finished off by our T54E2. And it's only 2 tanks remaining. I'm getting close to 4k damage. It'd be good if I could get just 2 more pens in. At this point, I don't know if I should go for that IS-3 or not, but the IS-3 gets shot and put on 53 hit points, so I'm not going to bother. He then quickly gets shut down, and it's just about seeing if I can get a few more damage in. If this guy clips me out and I get 2 shots in, then I'm fine with that. I just want to try and get a few more shots in if I can. So I'm poking over. I go for the shot here. Unfortunately, I missed that one. I'm kind of staying, waiting for him to come back. So I know he can clip me out, so I assume he's probably going to go for it. But I just wanted to get a little bit extra damage in. We get one. I'd really like to get another shot in. Unfortunately, I kind of fluffed that shot. And now he's going to get taken out by a friendly heavy tank before I get another one in. But that does bring us into that replay. And let's just see how we got on. So we got essentially 4,000 damage. We didn't get any kills, that's why we got the first class and not an ace. But maybe if I'd picked up that kill at the end, that probably would have been enough to push it to an ace. But yeah, that's it for that one, and we've got one final replay to come, and I will see you over there in a bit. Okay, so here we are for the final replay of the video on Redshire, and we are very top tier. But what we are going to illustrate in this video is just how insane the camo can be when you're like this top tier heavy. And we're going to take a extremely aggressive position. I might, I wouldn't always use this position, like in a tank like this. If it was like a tier 8 game, etc., tier 9 game, I probably wouldn't go there. But I know that I'm going to be able to outspot, a lot of the tanks at this tier. And I'm going to take the risk. The only risk for me really is if a light full tank full sends me. It could happen. But I'm going to take the gamble, because sometimes you can get really good games that way. and we're going to take a position. Yeah, it's this position here. I probably shouldn't knock down this tree. It does give me a little bit of extra camo, but if anyone saw me do that, you know, like artillery, they're going to know where I am. But I just shot this light tank, medium T45 85 at 218 behind the bush, and I didn't get spotted for it. So annoying, this medium coming in front of me here is that could get you killed. That's the most frustrating thing that happens when you're in a stealthy TD. If they just come and stand behind you, or in front of you, you can get shot at them, and it ends up hitting you, and you get killed when you've not really done anything wrong. But thankfully for me, it got destroyed, so I don't have to worry about getting killed, by accident by someone sort of shooting at someone else, and we can concentrate on our own game now. This T85 that comes out, and we should be able to get some shots in. I might not pen the lower plate with the AP, which I don't, so I'll swap to the heat shell, and I'm going to have no problem going through the lower plate with 275 heat. I want to take this guy out as quick as I can, because he does have a big gun for tier 7, so we don't want him slapping our friendly teammates. So we're going to try and get rid of him as soon as we can and pick up that damage from this starting position. And we do manage to take him out, picking up another kill, picking up 1600 damage. Our light tank sort of full send the artillery, which for me is actually lit up the base, so I'm able to get a few shots in. Looking for the kills where I can, swap back to the AP because I don't need the heat. And I'm going to try and get a shot into that artillery as he comes out, and we do manage to pick it up. We do need to lead the shells in this tank because it does have slow velocity, so you just need to be aware of that when you're taking your shots. And I'm trying to finish off his SU, and thankfully he does allow me to, and I picked up another kill. So I've sort of quickly racked up the kills in this game at the start. We do get a shot into that Rudy and get lit for it. I think by the tank on the left is actually what lit me there. But we do set them on fire, picking us up a nice little chunk of additional damage, and then we quickly manage to get one in the light tank in our retreat, picking up another kill and get rid of a dangerous tank. We're just trying to, there is one tank on the left which is a bit annoying, but I'm trying to ignore him because he's playing quite cagey, and I don't want to waste time. There's lots of opportunities for me to shoot things here, and I'm trying to get the shots into where I can. But obviously I keep sort of turning my shoulder, having a look. We've got this Rudy, we managed to pick up another kill. Then this 87's on full health. We sort of just take a random guess, see if I'm going to hit his cupola, which we don't. But this game's quickly sort of, it's becoming like the damage is going to get away from us if we don't start acting now. We're looking to see if we can get a shot into this Panther, and we can't, so we're going to sort of think about making a relocation. But before we do that, we pick up another kill in that T44 88. Putting this onto 2,700 damage and 400 assistance. And now we're probably going to make our approach. We know we've got the 87, which we could potentially light up and pick up assistance for if we get under this ridge. As well as the fact that there may still be a tank at their base. I can see on the map now there's a medium. I'm not too sure what that tank is at the moment or his hit points, but we find out he's a Panther and he's pretty full health. We take a cheeky snapshot on the move as we approach our position to get some shots in. Then aim that shot and get nice high roll there for 270, which is really good actually. When you get this 240 alpha, that can happen. We're looking to see if we can get another shot into this medium tank as he comes out. Maybe I didn't lead that as well as I could have done, and unfortunately I missed that. He is now one shot to us though. So we're going to try and get back up onto this ridge line. I'm just trying to maximise the most damage as I can. I had a really good game, and it's the end parts of the damage is where you really want to pick up a few shots. We do pick up that kill, and now we've got this KV1. We should be able to go through his turret with the AP round, but unfortunately we do bounce. I haven't swapped back for the heat because I don't want to mess up my reload, because I should be able to pen it. I do that time. Do manage to finish him off. It'd be nice if we could. We take our shot, but I guess gets killed before our bullet gets there because of our shell velocity. And we're going to try and finish off this Panther. Unfortunately that one misses, which is a shame. So we've just got this 87 here to deal with. We go for the track shot to pick up a bit more assistance. We should be able to get another one in before he gets taken out, which we do, and then we set him on fire. Unfortunately he gets killed before I manage to pick up that kill. So what's left is to get to the results and see what we can do. Nice quick pace game there, but we do manage to pick up 8 kills and 4,000 damage. I was a little bit gutted watching this replay back because a few of the shots at the end which I missed, just missed out on a kill. another day I could have had a pools medal there, and that would have been really good because it was only like a 5-minute game. So if I had a 5-minute pool, I would have been pretty happy with that. But I didn't. But that hopefully that illustrates the camo of the tank. And just what you're getting in the season pass. Like I say, it's a fun tank. It's a unique tank, and it's nice to have one if you haven't got one before. It's definitely worth picking up. But it is quite situational. Some games it'd be brilliant for, some games not. But like I say, it's a different tank, and it's quite nice to have a bit of variety in your garage. So yeah, that's it for the replay. Hope you liked it, and as always, happy tanking.
Hadouken!